Hello students, myself Dr. Avinash Patil, Associate Professor in Chemistry, Sri Siddheshwar Women's College of Engineering, Solapur. Welcome to the next video number 4 of unit number 1, water treatment. In our previous video, we discussed on one of the important water quality parameter, that is hardness, in which we have discussed what is hardness, why water becomes hard, and what are the types of hardness. Let us continue this discussion of hardness property in this video. Now, in this video, we will see how to determine the hardness experimentally. If any water sample is given to you, how we can determine its hardness so that we can confirm it is safe for use. So, it is determined by EDTA method. So, what is EDTA? It is nothing but ethylene diamine tetraacetic acid. So, this is the structure of ethylene diamine tetraacetic acid. All of you know what is ethylene, CH2CH2. Actually, in that there is a double bond between the two carbon atoms. But here we are forming a EDTA molecule. So, two nitrogens are attached to each carbon, one nitrogen to each carbon. So, that is a diamine. And each nitrogen is connected with a acetic acid molecule. Like that, there are 4 acetic acid molecules. That's why it is a tetraacetic acid. It is a white powder. We have to prepare a solution of EDTA and we have to use in our titration experiment. But the problem is this plain EDTA is not soluble in water. That's why in practical it's a disodium salt is used. The structure is shown here. So this is the disodium salt. So what is this disodium salt? From tetraacetic acid molecule, there are 4 replaceable hydrogen atoms on each of the carboxylic acid group. Out of 4 hydrogen, 2 hydrogens are replaced by sodium and a salt of this acid is prepared. And this is a disodium salt of tetraacetic acid, which is readily soluble in water, and its solution is prepared of desired concentration. In short, it can be shown by Na2H2Y. Means Na2 means these 2 sodium, remaining 2 hydrogens as H2, and remaining structure of this molecule is written as a Y. So this solution is used in the experiment. So how actually this experiment is performed? So hardness of water is determined experimentally by titration between hard water sample and EDTA with Eriochrome black tea indicator, and the pH of the solution mixture is kept under 10 or at 10. So this is the experimental arrangement. So all of you know what is the arrangement of titration experiment. There is a conical flask. So in this conical flask, we have to take a water sample using this pipette, maybe 10 ml or 25 ml pipette. And this is a burette. In this burette, we have to add a solution of desired normality or molarity EDTA. In the conical flask, along with water sample, we have to add indicator, that is a Eriochrome black tea indicator. And to maintain the pH at 10, we have to add a buffer solution. So let us see what will happen when we add these two contents in the water sample. So when we add Eriochrome black tea, in short it is represented as the EBT. This EBT will form a temporary complex compound with calcium or magnesium ions of the hard water sample, and the color of this complex is wine red. So here it is, wine red in the conical flask. Means before titration the color of the water sample becomes wine red. We have added 8 to 10 ml of buffer solution also. Then we have to start the titration, means we have to add ml by ml EDTA solution from the burette. When we go on adding EDTA solution, this EDTA molecule will form a stable complex with a calcium or magnesium metal ion of the salt present in the hard water. Means the temporary complex between the calcium, magnesium and EBT is going to break, and a permanent complex with EDTA is formed, and this EBT becomes free. The permanent complex of calcium and magnesium with EDTA is a colorless, and the original color of this indicator is blue. So when all the metal ions get complexed with EDTA, the color of as this complex is having colorless, the color to the solution will be the color of EBT, that is the blue color. So this is the end point. So when the blue color is obtained, dark blue color is obtained, our experiment will over, and we can note down the end point from the burette, that is the constant burette reading. That is the burette reading. We can take 3 readings, and whichever is the minimum 2 readings constant, we can take it as a constant burette reading. So how the reactions can be written, and what is the structure of the complex obtained. So reaction, you see, actually this temporary first reaction before titration, the reaction will be formation of a less stable EBT complex, and after completion of the titration at the end point, the reaction will be formation of a stable complex, and the structure of this complex is very complicated, and that's why the structure is known as a complex. It is known as a complex. Why it is complex? Because the 4 carboxylic acid molecules from the EDTA, by replacing 2 of the sodium, 2 of the hydrogens, they form a bond with the metal ion. Metal ion, which are the metal ions? Metal ions are calcium metal ion, calcium plus plus, or magnesium plus plus. So these are from the hard water, calcium sulfate, magnesium sulfate, or calcium chloride, magnesium chloride, or even bicarbonate. And the lone pair present on the nitrogens are also going to form the coordinate bond with the metal ion, and a 5 membered rings overlapping to one another, a complex is formed. This is a stable complex and a colorless complex, and at the end the indicator remains free, its color is blue color. So now whatever the CBR is obtained after taking 3 to 4 readings, whatever the constant burette reading is taken, it can be used in the calculation. So how to make the calculation? Here is the formula. Now one more thing we have to note, that hardness property, most of the properties of the water are represented in the form of a calcium carbonate equivalents. Now what is this calcium carbonate equivalent? The hardness property is due to calcium salts, magnesium salts. So calcium sulfate, suppose it is due to the calcium sulfate. Even though water is hard due to calcium sulfate, we are showing or representing as if it is due to calcium carbonate. That's why to convert our answer in terms of calcium carbonate, we have to multiply in the formula by its equivalent weight. So 50 is the equivalent weight of the calcium carbonate. N is the normality of the EDTA solution used. Then this 10 raised to 6, what is this 10 raised to 6? We have to present the answer in parts per million, means ppm. Million means 10 raised to 6, 10 lakh. To convert the answer in ppm, we have to convert the volume in ml, that is CBR, what the reading, burette reading we have got, that is in ml. And the water sample we have taken from the pipette, it is also in ml. We have to convert both these in liter. Means this also we have to divide by 1000. So here it is that 1000. This ml is also divided by 1000. This 1000 will go in the numerator. Then this 50 is equivalent weight. This 50 equivalent weight is in gram. We have to convert into the kilogram. That's why again multiply into the this 50 is in the gram. We have to convert into the milligram. Sorry, it is into the milligram, and that's why multiply again by 1000. So 2000 means 10 raised to 6, and that will convert the answer into ppm. So like this, CBR into, now let us erase this all. So formula will be total hardness in terms of calcium carbonate equivalents equal to CBR into normality into 50 into 10 raised to 6 divided by ml of sample taken into 1000, that much ppm. Now what is the desirable level, what is the safe level of the hardness of the water to be used? So up to 300 ppm, maximum up to 300 ppm it is allowed. Above that water is problematic. So this is all regarding the hardness. What is hardness? What are the types of hardness? How to determine the hardness experimentally by EDTA method. Thank you.